Hello guys, and welcome to another quick video on Accurate Tips channel. If this is your first time here, do well to subscribe to the channel. Just go to YouTube, type Accurate Tips, and then you'll see the channel Accurate Tips with this logo. Click on it and subscribe to the channel and follow all our teachings on the channel, so that you can also start making some good money in the Forex industry. All our contents on the channel are premium contents. Those who follow the channel for a very long time know that every information we drop on this channel is premium. Okay, we don't give you limited knowledge. We give you in-depth knowledge here on Accurate Tips. So this morning, I just want to quickly break down the gold trade I took this done. Actually, I took two gold trades this done. One is still running. It has already hit TP1, but it's still running towards TP2 and break even on the remaining position. So I'll quickly break down how I took this trade. And this is what I'm going to teach the method that I use in trading this particular or taking this particular trade is what we are going to be learning this particular year. So stay tuned and watch till the end. So let's dive into the setup. Actually, this is the picture of the trade. So let's go to the chart itself. This is the live chart. So currently, this is the trade I took. Okay, the trade I took currently TP1 already achieved. So even if the trade reverses back to hit the remaining position in break even, I've not lost anything. My first target fully achieved. So let's go and then we look at what we were looking at to make those trades. Quickly, I would like to use the replay tool. Let me remove all drawings. Okay. All right, so I've removed all the drawings, and I just want to concentrate on this area. Now, yesterday I used this area on board to teach you guys on the imbalance of fair value gap, as you will call it. And then, though I missed the trade over here because of the requirement I was looking for if I was trading using that particular method of trading fair value gap, which is different from the method I used to pick this trade, or the concept I use in picking this trade. Though this particular concept I use here can also be used over here to pick that particular trade as well. But let's forget about that. We are going to be looking at the trade I picked over here. So quickly, I'm just going to use the replay tool, and then you'll start. So yeah, so let's say we saw our market here. Yeah, I need okay. Oh, sorry. All right. Good. Now, when I see a candle like this, okay, the first thing that comes into my mind before anything is that I am seeing an A+ range candle. Seeing an A+ range candle. I'll teach these things in the lessons so you understand what I mean. Now, when I see a candle with this body, and this is on the higher time frame of daily, monthly, weekly, or H4, okay, I use this time frame. But if I'm looking for quick trades, I use the H4 to look for thick candles like this. Okay, thick candles like this, not these types. Though these types, I call them B+. candle ranges. But this is my A plus candle range. Now, the candle before that is a B plus. This candle is an A plus, but I will not consider this particular one. Why? Because we are at a major imbalance level here on H4, which price rejected, and we are making a move on that. So here we are too close to that level for me to be making any reverse decision at that time. So we allow that to go. But then when it gets to this point, if I check, I realize we are still within the ranges of this guy. Okay. See, price touched onto it, but didn't break through it. So this area serves as sort an internal liquidity. All right. And the same time can serve as a key level because this is a valid pullback from our lessons we learned last time. So this area can be regarded as a previous low. And if that be the case, this becomes what? A key level as well. All right. A key level, which price has what? Has broken through it. Okay. So this is what I want. First, I look out for my tick level, tick candle. Then the next thing after that is to check and see if my tick level is running straight through a key level. So here I have one key level. We don't have any imbalances here or any unmitigated zones there. So the next key thing we can see here is another valid pullback, which is what? Which is this guy here. So this is another valid pullback, which is the closest to this. Okay. Sometimes someone can also use this guy. It's also a valid pullback, but then because it's close to this guy, either you use this, okay, that you use this guy alone. Okay, so that your chart will not be too clumsy. You can use just this guy or this guy. Okay, so the one you like, you use it. It is the approach we are going to be using that is the most important thing. Okay, so this is also a key level as well as a liquidity. We have another point here, but then we are looking at the closest one. Now, once I see a tick candle body purging through or pushing through this key level on H4, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark the high and the low of that candle. Okay, so I'm going to mark the high and the low of this particular candle. Right, so the high here, and then we mark the low as well. Let's pick this to this place. All right, so we have the high of the black candle and then the low. Now, what am I looking for in this case to make a trade? I want the next candle that will come, okay, that will form over here, all right, to purge the low of this black candle. So I want to see something like this. Okay, I want to see price doing something like this, purging through the low of the black candle. All right. Now, within this area, during this process, during this purging process, that is when we are going to move to our 5-minute time frame. All right. So let me delete this. And then we go to the 5-minute time frame. All right, so this is our 5-minute time frame. This is the high of that H4 candle. And then this is the low of that same H4 candle. All right. So now what we are looking for is we want a whole body, a 5-minute candle, full body close below to what? To purge the low of the H4 candle. So let's see what happens. So you can see this candle purged the low, and then the next one closes. Okay, in this case, it didn't close. So I want so yeah. Now this guy purged below. We didn't see a closure. Okay, wait. All right, good. There is a little body close on the with the third candle here, close below this particular what? This particular page. Now, the main candle that push through this low is this black one here, the black candle here. So it is my main focus. It is what? My main focus on 5 minutes. Now, sometimes, okay, this is just a tip. Sometimes when I see it like this, okay, I can just take this also on 5 minutes as a single range candle and go on to 1 minute to look for what the page below it here with the body to make entry. But today I'm only using H4 and 5 minutes. So just follow me based on that. All right. Now, on this page, and then I have a whole body close above this candle that stroke through this low, and I see a body already closing below that. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to start looking for what? An entry. Okay, so I'm going to enter from this point, and my stop loss will be below this area. So we are going to what? To long from here, and our stop loss is going to be here, and our full TP is going to be the end of what? Of the range. Great. Now, that's going to give us 1:5. All right. I always like to what? To take profit at the nearest 1:2 ratio, risk to reward ratio. So my TP1, my first target is always 1:2. Most of the time, though, not always, depending on the range. For instance, if the range was to be, how do they call it, 1:6, my first target is going to be 1:3. So let me put it well. So in this case, we are going to look for 1:2 for our first target. So our first target is going to be here. Let me mark that down. And then our full TP. So you close some of your position when price gets here. So you can set, if you open like, let's say 4 positions, on 2 positions, you can set TP1 here, and the remainder you set the TP at the what? At the far end. All right. So now let's play this and see. So price has triggered. So let's see how market goes. As you can see, price moving, and then as you can see, our first target was what? Was achieved. So those trades are out, have been closed. All right. The next thing we are looking for, and over here, all right, I don't want to go, I'm just having a breakdown. Maybe during the training, I'll explain certain things that are happening here and how you can take advantage of them. Let's say maybe you missed this entry point, okay? So let's see. That is our first target. Then market made few ranges here and there. So during the lesson, I'll teach something called market profile. You understand how market from ranging maybe sometimes go on to manipulation before distribution, or we have a range and then it straight goes towards distribution, and then after distribution, or it will either reverse or range before continuing the distribution or manipulation phase. Okay, so yeah, as we can see, we are almost at full TP. Market was playing with people's emotion through the night, and finally that target was achieved. Full TP, full 1:5 on the remaining odd position. So this was the first trade I took in the morning today, okay, at dawn, here in Ghana. That was, I think, around 1 a.m. thereabout. All right, and then by this morning we had full TP, and then I took a reverse trade from the exit point, which is the one I showed you guys currently, that it is running it has already achieved target 1, and the target 2 or the remaining position have breaking even on them and allow the trades to run. Even if the market reverses on me, I still made my profit. There's no losses on that front. Okay, so always when you achieve target 1 like this and market pushes above that level, you have some few drops back, then you can just move your SL a little bit into profit. Consider your spread when moving break even, so that you will not break even and still end up with some losses. I hope you guys understand the point. So that is the first trade. Now let's look at the second trade, the one I took about 2 hours ago. All right, so let's look at that. Let me do away with this one, and let's go back to H4. Go back to 4 hours. Good. So as you can see, from this to this, candles are always ranges. Okay, so those of you who say you trade support and resistance, if you understand this concept, trading support and resistance will be a very easy thing for you, because how do we call it? Candles. Okay, every candle is just like a range that you can trade like support and resistance, but you have to understand the concept behind how to do that trading. You don't just trade it blindly like you trade the usual support and resistance level. All right. Okay, so as you can see, very simple. I never stressed myself with any plenty analysis. I just did a very simple analysis, main focus on my key level. Okay, so everything must happen around the higher time frame key level, and have a higher time frame candle purging that key level to give you the ability to make the trade from your lower time frame. Okay, and I'll show you how to do the entry as well. So now I'm going to delete this guy, yeah, I'm going to delete that. And also, so now this top here is serving as a key level, the top of the candle, and also serving as an internal liquidity. And then also we have a 4-hour fair value gap here. Okay, so price purged into that H4 fair value gap. Now, before that, I have this whole body candle, the white one here. So now that is my target. It is close to what? To this fair value gap on the H4, and also close to this particular range high of the previous black candle that swallowed it. Okay, so I call it range within range. All right, so now that is where my focus is going to be. And so we are going to just quickly have this, sorry. And then it's low here. So I can delete this key level. All right, I can delete this key level as well as this here, so that the chart will be clean for you to see everything clear. All right, you can choose to delete this, the black one, the top there. Oh, sorry, not the fair value gap, this one here, so that you don't have too many lines. I just always want to have few lines as much as possible. All right. Okay, so now, since we have found our H4 and co, we are now going to have to see what happened. Great. So as usual, we will go back to our 5-minute time frame. In this case, my entry was on 1-minute time frame, but I'll still explain it from the 5-minute time frame. All right. Great. So now, one thing I have to explain, or one secret I have to tell you, is that anytime you see uh, an imbalance on the higher time frame, it is just a raid, okay, or what some people call turtle soup on the lower time frame, okay. So there is nothing so special about it. It's just a raid that is happening on the lower time frame, but then it's a gap being filled or left behind on the higher time frame. So that is what range imbalances are on the higher time frame. Okay, yeah. So let's see what price does here. So already we've gotten our place. We have our fair value gap, which is our key level for H4. Now we have the H4 high and low. Okay, I even want to take this. Let me just use, I don't want the too many lines, not quite nice. So this is the highest point of that H4 candle. So let me just mark it as such and make it tick. Yeah. So I think that should help. All right, good. So this is the high. So we want the candle to purge this into this guy, and then we look for our entry pattern. Okay. So let's see. Price was ranging. So now what do we see? Price purged through that H4 candles high and then tapped into our what? Our fair value gap. Okay, let's see. Now, after that, we had this black candle closed below the last candle that tapped into that particular what? That particular imbalance. All right, and close body within it. Now, if we were to be taking this trade on 5 minutes, I'll take my entry from this point after we have the candle closing below it. But that is not what I did. I took this trade after this engulfing happened. Why? Because on 1 minute, it is a purge that occurred on this last 5-minute candle, so which becomes a range that I can use to what make entry on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, so let's see what I'm talking about. Here, so 1 minute time frame. Good. So you see, it purged, and then this is where price closed. So this is where my entry point is going to be what? It's going to be. All right. So let's go on. Where is our trigger point here? And our stop loss is just above. Please, because of your broker, sometimes add the spread of your broker when you are placing your stop loss, unless you are using an STP broker. You get the point. So as you can see, price, our entry was here, okay, here, this bullish candle. Once the black candle closed and I saw this movement, I took the trade. Okay, instant execution. But if I was to miss this movement up here, this would have been my next entry. I would have entered from this point after this guy broke like this. Okay, so I'm just showing you another way in case you miss the instant execution and price push up before pushing down. This, you move, you don't take it from here because this is the original move. Okay, this is the original move that created this page of that particular 5-minute CRT that we were looking at. Okay, or ranged candle that we were looking at. All right, so yeah, that is the page that occurred. So you can enter from here or there. Okay, now we go back to our 5 minutes. So you see, if we are waiting for 5 minutes, this is where we will now be planning to take our trade. So we move our full TP will be here, but then our TP1 will be somewhere here. That should give us about 1:2. Okay, yeah, 1:2. Now, the reason why I went for 1:2 on this particular trade is this. This is a fair value gap. When I'm dealing with fair value gaps, they are not my A+ setups. They are B+ setups for me. Okay, they are not the strongest reversal points. So I always like to set my first TP to 1:2 when I'm dealing with fair value gaps before I look at my full targets. All right. So this was where our target one was, and luckily, so you see, if we were making the entry here, our target one would be somewhere here, right? That is for 5 minutes. So I used 1 minute here, because I want to just go in quick and come out as soon as possible, not to risk too much on this particular trade. But then since it is a B+ setup, I decided to take the trade. So let's see what is happening. As you can see, we have our first target hit. And also, if you were to take the trade from the 5-minute zone entry point, which is here, if you had to take the trade from the 5-minute point, your stop loss will still be at the same point. And your 1:2 is going to be somewhere here. So let's see if in this case we would have gotten that. So you see, if we were to use the 5-minute entry, actually we will not have gotten our 1:2 before the trade begin to reverse. But who knows, the trade is still running. Okay, market is still running on this particular setup. So price could still come back and then go below. Because as we are speaking right now, I'm sure we will see what will happen. So let me just play the rest and then let's see. So as you can see, we are back to the live chart. So currently this is where price is. So from my phone here, I'm still in the trade. All right, I'm still in the trade here and it's still running. It didn't take out my break-even point at all. And therefore, for the 5-minute people, the possibility that your 1:2 will also be hit on this particular setup is still high. So guys, this is a quick breakdown of the 2 trades I took this particular morning. If you have any question, feel free to reach out to me on Telegram or WhatsApp. All the links are in the description of the video. And also, if you want to try other synthetic brokers, I have a link in the description of this video that give you access to other synthetic trading brokers that you can use aside Deriv. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. I'm out.